Imagine this. It's 1981. The Cold War is simmering. Lockheed's top-secret skunk works team unveils an airplane that looks like a stealthy origami sculpture, the F-117 Nighthawk. With angular facets reminiscent of some avant-garde art project gone airborne, the Nighthawk was designed from the ground up to evade radar and deliver pinpoint laser-guided bombs on high-value targets. By 1983, birds of Iraqi air defenses were whispering, "Is it real?" Technically, it was never meant to be air-to-air combat capable. Yet its designation as an F-fighter gave recruits the illusion of dogfighting excitement. In truth, its primary mission was surgical strike. Slink in, drop small bunkers of death, like GBU-10s or Joint Direct Attack munition, then ghost away, all with the radar return of a ping-pong ball or perhaps a mosquito wing. Between Hollywood plotting and real-world testing, its development was a delicate cocktail of cutting-edge stealth techniques and heartbreaking aerodynamics. It was officially unstable on all three axes. Only fly-by-wire computers prevented it from flopping like a brick on its maiden flight on June 18, 1981. Early missions: ghost bombers in Panama and beyond. The F-117's baptism of fire, Panama, 1989. Problem: high-value targets. Solution: laser-guided bombs from Tillerson 2 airfields. The result: surgical strikes, no shots fired at F-117s. Its secret was safe for now. Then came the Gulf War's opening act in 1991, staged by Saddam's anti-aircraft network. Triple-ring defenses around Baghdad, packed with surface-to-air missiles, anti-aircraft artillery, and a terrifying gauntlet of surface-to-air weaponry. As one F-117 pilot quipped, "The rest of the world saw Galileo. We saw Ares dropping ordnance on high-priority targets under the cover of darkness." Over 6 weeks, F-117 flew about 1,300 sorties, dropping some 2,077 bombs, representing nearly one-third of United States Air Force guided bombing missions. They claimed 1,600 high-value target hits. The media said the hit rate was 80%, though post-war analysis toned expectations to around 41 to 60%. The aircraft killed at least 408 civilians during the Maria bombing of a Baghdad bunker, a sobering reminder that every war machine has an unintended fallout. Regardless, the Gulf War cemented the F-117's reputation. A silent, ghost-like bomber soaring through air defenses with clinical precision, but nonchalantly avoiding detection by radar and avoiding a single loss, at least until 1999. Operation Allied Force. Fast forward to 1999. NATO launches Operation Allied Force over Yugoslavia, concentrated air campaign designed to force Serbian forces to withdraw from Kosovo. F-117s are back in the night sky, dropping bombs with the same stealth swagger of Desert Storm, right? Except, loved ones, this is where the plot gets spicy. Despite the F-117's elusiveness, Serbian air defenses learned, adapted, and dare we say got resourceful. On the night of 27 March 1999, Lieutenant Colonel Daryl Day Zelko launched a bombing run. The aircraft belonged to the 250th Air Defense Missile Brigade under Colonel Zoltan Dani. They used Soviet-era S-125 Neva missile systems, ancient, but not ineffective. By tweaking their radar to the F-117's weapon bay known to open at a fixed angle, they caught a faint lock. Then, within 17 seconds, they launched 2 missiles. The first passed near enough to jostle the plane. The second killed its control systems. The plane tumbled into Serbian farmland, inverted, but mostly intact, but no longer a flying ghost. Ejection, rescue, and aftermath. Zelko ejected amid G-forces and chaos, landing in a drainage ditch right under the watchful gaze of Serbian villagers and soldiers. Ironically, he radioed a mayday call while still under parachute, reasoning altitude would carry his signal farther. Search and rescue teams launched helicopters by dawn and recovered him within 8 hours. He emerged shaken, but alive. The plane, left intact on purpose. The Pentagon believed its tech was dated compared to newer stealth aircraft, so no one scrambled to bomb it out of sight. Remember that clever line, "The enemy always gets a vote." Here the Serb Air Defense said, "I choose yes." A pair of Patriot batteries or S-16s couldn't have done it, but a cold, meter-squared weapon that even US intelligence dismissed put the F-117 down. There's rumors a second F-117 was damaged on April 30, 1999, limping back to Spangdahlem AFB and never flew again. But details are murky, classified, and perhaps better left to military historians. Invisible no more, the psychological blow. Until that shootdown, the F-117 was narrative gold, invisible bomber, untouchable, used for propaganda campaigns. Then came Serbia, home turf, Arctic radars, but smart, determined operators. Overnight, air defenders who lacked stealth, but had cunning made a stealth hunter look mortal. The world's headlines shifted. The nearly mythological invisible jet was suddenly visible and stoppable. The shootdown offered morale to anti-NATO viewers, while media headlines reveled in irony. "We did not know it was invisible," as Serbians joked. Retirement, legacy, and mirror skin. Post-1999, the F-117 soldiered on, but towards its twilight. It participated in Operation Enduring Freedom, 2001, and Operation Iraqi Freedom, 2003, dropping bunker-busting joint direct attack munition, but it was no longer the star. Though it dropped the first bombs on Dora Farms, Saddam Bunker, intelligence later revealed he had already left a sniper hole in the planning. By 2005, the United States Air Force began quietly winding down the fleet in favor of newer platforms, F-22s, F-35s, B-2 bombers, cruise missiles. The final flights to storage happened by August 2008. Most were mothballed, with about 4 maintained by the 410th Flight Test Squadron until August 2008. Official retirement was quietly celebrated on March 12, 2007, with the first wave of retirements till April 22, 2008, when the last ones were grounded. The F-117, however, was not dead yet. Congress ordered maintenance to allow future recall. Since 2021, a handful have appeared in training over California, in Georgia, Alaska, Northern Edge 2023. Even sports coats of experimental mirror-like coatings to reduce infrared signature. As of early 2024, around 45 remain flyable, some in secret roles. Takeoffs magnificent, and not so magnificent. Part of the legend of the Nighthawk is its dramatic takeoffs under red floodlights, with security guards surrounding the taxiway. Imagine Rome's Colosseum, but silent and legal. Takeoffs from Holloman, AFB, or Tonopah were lit like film sets. Throngs watched the nose wheel lift, the tail rising like a stealthy bat, afterburners silent. The wings flexed, and it would vanish into the night. Its subsonic climb wasn't thrilling in speed, but stealthily efficient. But it wasn't all glamorous. There were accidents. In May 1995, a training sortie ended in tragedy near Zuni. New Mexico Captain Kenneth Levens died after spatial disorientation sent his Nighthawk into terrain. Another in 1986 in Sequoia. 2 in operational crashes in 1987 secretive crashes, shrouded in security and prefab debris covers. These events grounded the myth that stealth equals safety. But the spirit remained, and takeoffs remained showy, even for secret missions. What the Nighthawk taught the world, stealth is not invisibility. It's a disadvantage in detection, but only if the enemy plays dumb. Serbia used noise, patience, analog radars, and limited transmissions to nullify stealth. That story is legendary and taught modern armies to innovate. Know your weapon's limits. The S-125 was never high tier, but careful use, route predictability, and patience turned it into a ghostbuster. It proves that higher tech adversaries aren't always unbeatable. Stealth tech evolves, but so do counters. Later stealth jets, like F-35, learned from this. They improved emission security, flight patterns, reduced IR footprints, and used machine learning in radar deception. Survivability is not just pilot skill, it's evasion tech. Zelko's survival radio call hinted at drama beyond combat. His own instincts saved him. The F-117's final ascent. From its flashy beginnings, myriad stealth bombing glory, tragic accidents, and its iconic fate over Serbia, the F-117 remains a marvel and a cautionary tale. Its takeoffs lit the night sky. Its attacks shaped modern air warfare. Its shoot-down shattered illusions and reinvented defense thinking. Today, the remaining F-117 don't fly into conflict. They fly into history used in training missions, sometimes glimpsed in classified exercises, and retired to museums worldwide. They remain symbols of innovation, reminder of stealth's power and stealth's limitations. So here's to the Nighthawk, a ghost with wings, a legend with flaws, and a plane that danced at night and once stepped on its own cloak. And there you have it, the unbelievable story of the F-117 Nighthawk. The stealth jet that once ruled the night skies slipped past enemy radars like a ninja in the dark. Until one night, a 1960s missile system decided to remind us that even stealth has its kryptonite. If you enjoyed diving into the world of stealth technology, smash that like and hit that subscribe. Got any thoughts? Conspiracy theories? Questions? Drop them in the comments below. I read every single one, even the spicy ones.